Well, it's absolutely finally here. We've had our first Radio Wigwam Jam. And Radio Wigwam's been looking for a long time to be getting some live performances and also showcasing some local artists. And I'm pleased to say that we're here with Jamma, Nathan Fullbrook from Jamma.
Hi, Chris.
And also Dean from Generation Studios.
Hello.
And we've also got our eye candy for the week, Sam Handy.
I appreciate
Radio
that, Chris.
Wigwam
Thank you.
Award winner, I should say. So we're having our very first Wigwam Jam. We're going to showcase 5 artists every week, a couple of tracks from each. And we're going to discuss the artists. We're going to say what's happening in the industry, the local industry, what with recording studios, what with whatever Nathan does. And that's obviously, what does Nathan do?
Thanks, Christian. It's great to be here, mate. Good to see. Obviously, we've been working a lot together. I'm Nathan from Jamma, which is a pro artist independent music platform. We've partnered up with Christian and Radio Wigwam to help artists connect with each other for collaborations and also to feature on special projects such as this and also to find live paid gigs. Great to be here. Really excited for the show and looking forward to helping everyone hear some really great independent music.
So we've got here Sam Handy, who is a Radio Wigwam Award winner. Delighted that you could be here, Sam. Well done.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that. No, cheers.
And you'll be performing for us later on
Yes,
our
I
very
will,
first
yeah.
show. So welcome.
Definitely.
And we've got Dean Nelson from Generation Studio. Dean, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for letting us record in your
Why
studio.
do I always default to this stupid voice?
So thank you for having us, and we look forward to having many more of these.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. It's sort of great space for us to sit down and have a chat and have Sam perform for us later. And
all the great artists that you've got wandering through these studios.
yeah, very busy at the moment, which is good. Lots of artists that have come through Jamma, which and a couple of the sort of award winners from Radio Wigwam have been in touch recently as well, which is
Brilliant.
amazing to have.
That is good. The system works.
System does work.
I've
yes.
heard you offer a discount, actually,
I
Dean.
do, yeah. So if you're signed up on Jamma or on Radio Wigwam, I offer 25% off all recording services.
25%?
25%,
Great job.
yes.
You're slitting your own throat, Dean.
Yeah, I know, but we've all got to work together supporting independent artists, which is what we all believe in.
Here.
Yeah, amen.
Here. Should we have the first artist?
Yeah, let's do
And
it.
I'm
let's
looking
go.
at Sam, and it's not Sam. So the first artist is an artist called Beth Sarah. She's a singer-songwriter from the South Coast. She's influenced by the likes of Joni Mitchell and Joan Armour Trading. And she's actually doing a few gigs this month down on the South Coast. So she's got a brand new album out. It's called Let Her Go. And here is the title track from that album. Here's Beth Sarah.
It might feel like nothing's going to change. Maybe you're thinking you always feel this way. Well, I can tell you
So that was Let Her Go by Beth Sarah. And we're going to play another track from Beth in a minute, but just a quick one to let you know that obviously this is a brand new show. It's kind of a concept show, I think, for Jamma, and obviously with our partner Radio Wigwam, with Christian, where we take 5 artists a month and we showcase them. They apply through the Jamma job board. They submit their music through Wigwam in partnership, and we then obviously give 5 artists or bands a month the ability to come on the show and really get heard. So that was the first track. What's the next one, Chris?
The next one's another track from Beth Sarah, and she appeared on one of my shows, actually, or the only show I do these days, which is the Bandwagon Show, which is a premier indie show. And she's had a track on that called Thunderstorm. So here is Beth Sarah and Thunderstorm.
I step inside another day. I want to ride with you today. I step inside another way. I want to ride with you today. And my colors, they are changing. They are melting into you. And my colors rearranging. Now the thunderstorm is through. Now the thunderstorm is through. I feel a force cannot be told. My eyes are open, my heart is sold. I feel innocence like a child. I see my memories running wild, and my colors, they are changing. They are melting into you, and my colors rearranging. Now the thunderstorm is through. 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 I feel a passion I can't deny. I got the fever, I got the high. You are my miracle, I'll tell you why. You stop the tears and you make me fly. And my colors, they are changing. They are melting into you. And my colors rearranging. Now the thunderstorm is through. And I'm walking by a riverside with you. With you. And I'm walking where I cannot hide. Now the thunderstorm is through. Now the thunderstorm is through. Now the thunderstorm is through. And my colors are changing. My colors are changing. My colors are changing. They're melting into you. Yeah, my colors are changing. My colors are changing. They're melting into you.
So next up, we're going to change the mood a little. We got a folk band next. We got a band called Bluebyrd. You spell that with B-Y-R-D. They're from the Midlands in the UK, and they've been featuring on Wigwam for a good 4 years now, and they've twice been nominated at the Radio Wigwam Awards. And this one just gone, they came third place in the Best Folk Act. So we do like Bluebyrd. We do like a bit of indie folk, something a bit different. They're made up of Gareth Pask and Chris Rowley, of course it is. And we've got 2 songs from Bluebyrd, and the first one is called Sing and Dance.
Bring it on.
The day's too short to stare at the horizon, waiting for your ship to come in, placing safe bets at the table on a game you can never lose or win, keeping your cards truly hidden, waiting for the dealer's hand to turn, Even stakes keep you safe from bleeding. Nothing's lost, but nothing's really learned. You've got to dance like there's no tomorrow. Sing a song like you just don't care. 'Cause when the day is done, at the setting sun we disappear. And just your song and dance will still be here. Inch along the mealy stem to nowhere, as the butterfly soars up and cuts the blue. In this speck of life that's gone in a flutter, deep down you know what you gotta do. You've got to wake up, step out those shadows, let the world see what you can do. Don't wait for another tomorrow. Tomorrow ain't gonna wait for you. You've got to dance like there's no tomorrow. Hey, sing a song like you just don't care. 'Cause when the day is done, at the setting sun we disappear. And just your song and dance will still be here. There's no tomorrow. Hey, sing a song like you just don't care. 'Cause when the day is done, at the setting sun we disappear. And just your song and dance will still be here. You've got to dance like there's no tomorrow. Hey, sing a song like you just don't care. 'Cause when the day is done, at the setting sun we disappear. And just your song and dance will still be here. Will still be here. Just your song and dance will still be here. Song and dance.
So that was Bluebyrd with Sing and Dance. Great folk band, Jamma artist, and obviously have come through Wigwam. Runners up at the awards. They've got a few gigs coming up. March 15th at Albert & Co. In Shrewsbury. They got March 26th at Claptrap in Stourbridge. And they've also got April the 12th at the Ashmore Club in Burntwood. Burntwood. They've also got May 26 at Tyler's, 1A Cowper Street in Belper.
So they're busy.
Very busy.
Oh,
Great
good.
to see.
Sounds like someone's home address.
Where's your home address, Steve?
Oh, is it?
Isn't it?
No, but it'd be good to see somebody like that. You know, I mean, obviously going to be in a local environment. That'd be
100%.
great.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, we've got another track by Bluebyrd. This one is called Find Your Way. We featured it a while back on Wigwam, and again, being on the Bandwagon Show. Here it is. Here's Bluebyrd and Find Your Way.
Let's hear it.
Shake me, take me, wide awake me, find me a place to stay. My compass don't work, it don't find home. Someone point the way. Abide me, guide me, decide for me. I cannot make that choice. Too much on the menu to feed this bursting heart. Someone be my voice. These times are strange, how we can talk in a million ways, but the line's engaged. Oh, we could talk in a million ways, a billion ideas, a trillion opinions, every second of every hour of every day. That's why you can't find your way. While I found a place to hide. Make me, break me, consolidate me, merge me in some big idea. Shake my hand, let's seal the deal before we all disappear. These times are strange, we can talk in a million ways, but the line's engaged. Oh, we could talk in a million ways, a billion ideas, a trillion opinions, every second of every hour of every day. That's why you can't find your way. That's why you can't find your way.
So next up, we got Sam Handy.
Hello.
Award-winning Sam Handy. So, Sam, how are you?
I'm all right. Feeling good. Yeah. How are you?
Are you still basking in the glory of being an award winner?
Basking
You
in
had the
is
longest.
a strong word.
You had the longest award acceptance.
I apologise for that.
No, don't. No,
It was the
shows
shock.
that you made.
It was the stuttering and the shock that extended the time
19
period of
minutes
it.
is a long time.
Was it 19 minutes? I thought it was 20 at least. Damn.
What's the name of that bird who... What's the name of that lovely lady who was married to Chris?
I had
his
a
name
lot of
from
people to
Coldplay?
thank.
Yeah. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth
She had a
Paltrow.
long
Beat
one.
hers. Yeah, beat hers.
Wasn't she trying to sell stuff halfway through her
Pretty
speech?
much.
though?
Yeah.
Probably.
I'll show them.
So how does it feel?
It feels good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it does feel good. I was very surprised. It's like I said, I was shocked. I genuinely was. That's why it took me so long to get my speech out. I wasn't
There's
prepared.
no substitute for talent.
Is there?
No, there isn't.
No, there isn't. You're right.
So you're going to perform for us tonight? Or
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
us a bit about yourself. I understand you're a Jamma artist.
Yes, I'm a Jamma artist. I bumped into Nathan at a gig in Reading complete accident, and then we had a little phone call. I forgot who he was, and then all of a sudden he phoned me.
Actually, I forgot. Yeah, you did actually, and it was quite rude. Actually, the first introduction.
You're the one that walked away. Anyway, after he walked out of my life for a few weeks, he phoned me up and was saying he was doing something in it was a record store in Wokingham, and he wanted someone to come and film some live music down there with him. So sort of got a proper conversation in there, and ever since just sort of been attached to Jamma.
I was just watching the Jeremy Dahmer Netflix series. It sounds a bit of a similar come on.
Yeah, well, I never got back to my flat. But no, yeah,
I'm not insinuating anything. Obviously, clearly.
We did meet at a gig, and then obviously we've ended up doing quite a few projects together, and now obviously on to this, which is great.
Now we're friends.
And friends as well, mates now, of course. But Sam's also now become what we're calling a Jam local representative or account manager for Jamma and Radio Wigwam, where we're working with a lot of artists across the UK to help us connect with venues, to bring in new venues, basically to give more opportunities to Jamma and Wigwam artists to showcase themselves at reputable venues that pay artists across the country. So Sam's working with us in central London. Obviously is being featured today, and I think, Chris, the way the show's going to go is that every month we'll take a different artist that we work with, sort of maybe on a more personal level, and feature them on the show to give them the opportunity to do a live piece as well. So yeah, it's just great to have you here, Sam.
Thank you.
And I think you've submitted a couple of tracks.
What are we going to hear?
I hope so. Well, first
Wait,
track.
no, you either have or you haven't.
It's whether they're good enough for us to play now.
Of course.
Can I change my mind?
Depends.
Yeah.
I don't have faith in my own songs, you see.
Well, that's ridiculous. Isn't that what Jamma and Wigwam is all about?
Giving faith back.
Well, just, a genuine platform.
Sounds like a song in itself already.
Don't
So
tempt
what
me.
you got planned for tonight?
Well, tonight I'm going to do a live rendition of one of my tracks called Sheil It Up the Floor. So I'll do an acoustic song of that. An acoustic performance of that. And then a couple more tracks will be done, and that's quite a recent one. And the other one, I'll be honest, I've forgotten. I've forgotten what the other track is.
I'll tell you.
Let me have a look.
Chris has got
I'll
it.
tell you.
Is it done in another one?
Maybe we'll play the first one then, and then go into the second.
You can decide.
We got Waiting for You.
That's on your site.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right, we'll play it.
It's a.
What I
Which
sent
one are
to
we
you,
going to
though?
have first? Which one do you want first, Sam?
Done.
Let's go for Done, shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we, Dean?
Yeah, it's done by Sam Handy.
Don't frown so much. It's never a good love. Whenever we got together, you had more love for your crown. No, I don't care much for anything you say. My smile is here to stay. You never gave a fuck about us. Maybe it's just time to mind your own business. Hey, no more time in my day left to give you. Not much to say. Life is short enough without all your shit on display, and it can only get better. Now we're done to move on. Life seemed so good before your time. I know what's mine. Got to know what you are looking for. I'm not falling for you. Hey, no more time in my day left to give you. Not much to say. Life is short enough without all your shit on display, and it can only get better.
That was done by Sam Handy. What's your next track, mate?
Where do you want to go tonight?
Let's hear it.
I would like to go to Cuba now. Every day there's always somewhere lying out of bounds. And by the time you told me we would only get so far, we were running out of things to say, 'cause this is who we are. And all those plans we had are on hold tonight until the morning. Tell me something more about you. You would spend the whole night acting like we're good at dancing. We would run towards the city lights and always ended in a fight until the morning. 'Cause for tonight, keeping me alive. So where'd you wanna go tonight? I wish we could stay another night, yeah, when every little thing we had seemed to be right. Maybe it was something in the way that you were in my mind all of the time, all of the time. Oh, and all those plans we had are on hold tonight until the morning. Tell me something more about you. You would spend the whole night acting like we're good at dancing. We would run towards the city lights and always ended in a fight until the morning. 'Cause for tonight, you're keeping me alive. So where'd you wanna go tonight? So where'd you wanna go tonight? So where'd you wanna go tonight? Oh, 'cause you're keeping me alive. So where'd you wanna go tonight? Oh, and tell me something more about you. You would spend the whole night acting like we're good at dancing. We would run towards the city lights and always ended in a fight until the morning. 'Cause for tonight, you're keeping me alive. Where'd you wanna go? So where'd you wanna go tonight? Where'd you wanna go? Where'd you wanna go tonight? Where'd you wanna go? Where'd you wanna go tonight? Where'd you wanna go? Where'd you wanna go tonight? So where you wanna go tonight?
So that was Where Do You Want to Go Tonight, Sam? Thank you very much.
No worries.
Another top track. So what have you been up to, Sam? What's 2023 look like for Sam Handy?
2023 for Sam Handy. I'll be honest, the last year sort of took a step back from music. I was still doing sort of the odd function show, still playing guitar, still writing, but I needed a rain check on the whole thing.
Why was that?
For just a year, it wasn't for me. I needed to sort of focus on other things. I needed to, I don't know, develop and grow a little bit. I sort of kept hitting that Groundhog Day, that loop of same old home life, same old, income.
I do hear a lot
You know what I
from
mean?
artists. It can be quite unforgiving, trying to break through, always creating music,
You
but
need
never
something
really
to fuel
getting
it.
traction. And
Yeah. I mean, nowadays, it's so expensive to produce music. So
Don't look at me. It's 25% off for a reason.
I've just met you.
Plug.
well, now it's affordable.
Yeah, you can only go through Jamma and Wigwam as well. So
But you know what I mean. You have a few lifestyle choices to make, and a lot of it came to a head sort of towards the end of my year, 2021. But 2022 was just sort of getting out of that. And then this year, I feel like I'm now in a place where I can revisit it. I've had a lot of support, a lot from Jamma, a lot from Nathan. Me and Dean had done some work in the past, and obviously I just met you, Chris. So it's only uphill. They say it's uphill, or is it downhill from here?
Uphill.
So it's
Down.
uphill is more
Should be
work.
downhill from here.
You're downhill from here.
Yes.
It's only up.
It's only downhill from here, yeah.
Just leave the hill out of it. But I'm finding the love of music again.
So what's
that's
the
what I
plan
had to do. I had to find the love for music again.
And have you got that back?
I think I got it back.
So what are you going to do this year now?
This year, I'm going to work on some new tunes. I'm going to experiment with some sounds.
So you have a bit of an R&B flavour.
Yeah, there's a bit of an R&B flavour there. I took a lot from neo soul. I don't know if anyone's really aware of that genre nowadays, but I took a lot from sort of Lauryn Hill, D'Angelo, and sort of try to mix it up with my blend of pop. I didn't want something that was too commercial, but I wanted something that, could be accepted on the radio waves and wasn't considered hard rock or anything like that. So, but now I'm kind of thinking, I miss that rock,
Well, yeah, you were talking earlier about you went to see Blackstone Cherry. That's a bit of a departure from what we're used to from you.
That's the thing. You think, these guys got a certain genre about him, but I listen to a lot of rock music. I listen to a lot of country western music, a lot of the stuff from the States. I love all that stuff.
I don't think it's a bad thing to say, or sucking up to say he's got a absolutely fantastic voice.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
And I can see how that might be used in a country and western wave, like they say it. They have some brilliant singers. They really do.
Yeah.
As well as all the twangly guitars and sitting on bales of hay.
Twangly.
There are some really great, the old slide guitars. And the piece of straw between your teeth and what have you, and playing the hambone, if you remember that from the 70s, well, you probably don't.
No, it wasn't born.
But
what is a hambo?
Oh, you don't want to know. I tell you want to Google it. It's some sort of slapping of thighs and making a sound with breathing.
Christian is going to showcase the hambo on the next.
But the serious point is the country and western voices are generally brilliant. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but you've got a great voice, so I can see why there's an influence in there, or an interest, let's say.
I'm seeing the country scene in America really sort of transform, and it's definitely coming over here in waves, but they're transforming their genre in a way that a lot of genres aren't. A lot of genres have sort of stayed the same, in my opinion, and seeing that and just enjoying that for a year.
What are they doing that's different?
They're embracing new technologies and new ways of production but they're blending it with their tradition. It's still country music at its core, but there's this modern edge to it. I wouldn't be able to tell you off the back of my hand, but
they've got like a modern pop production sound that you get in like the top 40 over here, but they've kept the whole lyrical themes around.
Yeah, they're kind of just like classily modernising the genre.
Yeah,
it's like Chris Stapleton and
exactly.
for example,
it's still about red dirt, redneck, red
boy. Yeah, but it's coming. It's a nice way of modernising.
There's a lot of money in it,
there is a lot
as
of money
well. I mean, you're not. But one thing I will tell you, there's more female radio listeners from that genre in America than any other genre. Any other demographic. It's incredible. So we have to play more country music in America. Simple as that.
I am now a country artist.
There you go.
Let's change these tracks.
Get your Daisy Dukes on, and we're off. So what have we got next then? Have we got the live performance next?
Yeah, we do. My live performance. This is going to be Sheila up the floor. Not Sheila on the floor, as you thought I was saying.
She lit up the floor.
She lit up the floor.
There you go.
Like a Zippo.
By Sam Addy. And again, great to have you performing it in the studio. That's part of this show.
Thank you for having me on.
Let's hear it.
I was getting good at wasting time any day I could, but when I met her, her fight took over. We went out every night. She wanted to know about the local music. She hates what's on the radio. in bars with a rhythm and soul. She dances all alone. And she said, come over, yeah, and here we can be we like for right now. She lit up the floor tonight. Can you feel it? She's on fire through the night. On the floor tonight. Oh yeah. Slow down, she says. It gets better when the sun does set. Had her eye on a band that she knew, singing to every tune. And she said, come over, yeah, right here we can be we like for right now. She lit up the floor tonight. Can you feel it? She's on fire through the night. On the floor tonight. Oh yeah, tonight. And she said, come over, yeah, around here we can be we like. Yeah, she said, come over, yeah, around here we can be we like. For right now, she lit up the floor tonight. Can you feel it? She's on fire through the night. On the floor tonight. She lit up the floor tonight. Can you feel it? She's on fire through the night. On the floor tonight. On it tonight. Thank you very much.
Where can we find Sam Handy tracks?
Right, well, you can obviously find me in the obvious places.
Such as?
You can find me on Google, Bing. You can. I'm just kidding, mate.
Do you have a website?
I do have a website. You can find me on samhandy.com.
As simple as that.
As simple as that. You can also obviously find me on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, the works. You can also find me on Jamma as well, surprisingly enough.
So if I wanted to book you, where would I find you?
I think it's Jamma.
Yeah, damn right.
That's being bleeped and left in.
Yeah, would you believe that?
So hang on
Just
a minute.
bleep
Hang on a
it.
minute.
Just
how,
bleep
how
it.
does that work then? So artists are on Jamma.
Yes. So
So if I'm somebody who wants to book an artist,
yeah, quite right. So that's what I love about our partnership, Chris. So obviously, every artist in our partnership has a Wigwam page, which allows them to submit tracks to be played to circa 500,000 users a month through your show. And then they also have an artist page on Jamma where they can upload their content, and they can be booked by venues, the public.
so the venue can find the artist
Yes,
on Jamma.
100%. Yeah,
Oh.
or the artist can find the venue, and also the artist can find other artists to collaborate with, to then submit to Wigwam to upload to be played. So really, it's a win-win, isn't it?
I need to try this out.
Well, Sam is an example of that win-win-win.
He
I
is,
think,
and he's
yeah.
been on Jamma since pretty much day one, I think. Haven't you, Sam?
Yeah.
There you go. So go to samhandy.com.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook,
SamHandy.com.
Instagram, any of those?
Unfortunately, I've taken down my Facebook, but I'm still on Instagram.
Were you forced to take it down? Or?
No, not immediately. I just thought it's probably a good idea.
Well, that's an interesting point, though. So as an artist, you're steering away from social media to essentially use other platforms.
Do you not think there's enough musicians on social media?
Indeed, I do. It's flooded, right? So why not put your focus into Jamma and Wigwam for some quality connections and bookings?
Yeah, it's right. It's nice that you got these other platforms coming out that you can just sort of raise awareness for music. And when you sort of put the idea across, at first I was a little hesitant because I thought, it's another one of these.
Yeah, of course.
They're out there taking advantage, but so far you guys haven't.
So far, yeah.
so far, so good. No, but honestly, I think there's too much on social media, and with you guys, there's more professional opinion on it, as well as there's also the freedom of just sort of being able to be broadcasted. You give artists a bit of spotlight that you just could not get on either TikTok or Instagram unless you're on it all the time. And I feel like if you were putting that much energy into your social media, you could actually be putting that energy into writing songs.
Yeah, into your actual music.
Let the platform work for you.
It's very hard to be singled out. I can see that. Yeah,
but that's my rant and ramble.
No,
thank you.
It's the next country song I'm going to put out.
Good man.
So next up then, we have a Jamma artist, also on Wigwam. Tell us a bit more about him.
Yeah, we got George Bone next, Chris, who is a Tileyard artist, actually. Not sure if everyone knows, but Tileyard is a big collective in London of studios, artists, and music-related companies with live spaces as well that we're partnering with, Chris. George Bone is one of our Jam local reps for London, so he's working with us to connect with venues and artists as well. And yeah, we're going to play 2 tracks from him at the moment. He's also been booked.
Didn't he recently play at Pizza Express Live?
He did. Through our residency.
Yeah.
Nice link there, Chris. But so Jamma and Wigwam have got a residency at Pizza Express Live in Holborn. He played there a couple of weeks ago, and he's actually just been booked next week, actually, depending on when this show goes out. But mid-March, he's playing at the Bedford as well through the Jamma Wigwam residency. So again, a great example of some really premier venues that artists that are on Wigwam and Jamma can have the opportunity to play at.
The Bedford is where we had the Radio Wigwam Awards as well, so we all know how good a venue that is.
What a bloody night that was. Incredible. So, yeah. So, first track from George Bone is Therapy Session. Let's check it out.
Family birthday, but I don't wanna go there. And I don't wanna stay at home on my own. Kinda tired and I'm feeling kinda slow, but my dreams are good, so what do I know? See, I've been overthinking while I'm thinking it over, but you are living in my head rent free. I called my therapist and he told me get sober, but you're the only blurry line I see. I got a feeling that it's weighing me down. I didn't feel this way when you were around. Now I hear the birds singing my name, sun shining through the trees. Reminds me of all of the good times. Wish you were here with me, but now I'm stuck in the memories of what we used to be. I'm sad, but at least I can feel it. That's my priority. That's my priority. That's my priority. I'll try to breathe it in, count to 4, then go outside. I'm trying to take it in, what it means to feel alive. I got a feeling that it's weighing me down. I didn't feel this way when you were around. Now I hear the birds singing my name, sun shining through the trees. Reminds me of all of the good times. Wish you were here with me, but now I'm stuck in the memories of what we used to be. I'm sad, but at least I can feel it. That's my priority. At least I'm in therapy. You can't take that away from me. At least I'm in therapy. You can't take that away from me. At least I'm in therapy. You can't take that away from me. At least I'm in therapy. that's my priority. That's my priority. I'm sad, but at least I can feel it. No, that's my priority. So this is where we take our curtain call. The lights are beginning to fade. I give you a look that says, is this the end? As you took your bow center stage. All the nights that came before us, as we listened to Lawrence on repeat. But my memory's now hazy, as the thought of perfect days delete. So I sing to my defeat, and I'd say to the gods, go easy on me. To the lords above, give me a chance. As I dream in my bed that you're resting your head on my shoulder for one last dance. On my shoulder for one last dance. It's hard to untangle all the weaving threads that merge to make up both our lives. Were we just being in way over our heads, or did we not think how we'd split up our 45s that we had on repeat, and danced till our feet got too sore? But when I fell asleep with you, I would wake up fully cured, 'cause I knew I was yours. So I'd say to the gods, go easy on me. To the lords above, give me a chance. As I dream in my bed that you're resting your head on my shoulder for one last dance. On my shoulder for one last dance. On my shoulder for one last dance. On my shoulder for one last dance.
So next up, we got a brand new artist to Wigwam, but is familiar to Jamma, from my hometown.
Yes, Chris. So the last artist tonight is Blankface, who I believe is from your part of the country.
From Cardiff.
Crackhead. Yeah, Blankface is a brand new, newest Jamma artist who is also our, we talk about Jam local reps and area sort of managers. He's our Cardiff guy. He's already brought in a decent handful of venues in Cardiff that we're working with collectively.
There's lots of great venues. in
Oh,
Cardiff.
mega. The Rocking Chair is one of them. I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's probably about 4 or 5 that he's brought in.
Yeah, Club Eva Bark, I think, was one of
Yes, yeah. Big club, big venue, I think. And he's also playing, obviously, through Wigwam and Jamma, the Tune Festival.
them. Tune Fest.
Sorry, Tune.
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 Ew, not ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Tune.
Tune.
All right, I'll give it to you.
Which is in Newbridge, isn't it?
Yeah, Newbridge, South Wales, yeah.
Yeah. And that's on April
15th.
15th.
That's going to be, well, we're sponsoring it.
Yeah, the Wigwam Jam
Jamma
stage.
Yeah,
So he's going to be
Fest.
headline. Well, or he's going to be playing on that stage.
With our friends Tune Media.
Yeah, Tune Media. Great festival as well, all about connecting independent artists, local communities. Should be a great day.
And remember, just to while you're on that subject, it's about, it's in the valleys. And in the valleys in Wales, they don't have many live performances, and they're crying out for it.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to get to Cardiff, to Swansea, to Newport.
And I think, Chris, as well, what's really good about that festival is that all the artists are encouraged to play originals.
So at Tunefest, Blankface is gone.
Got me looking for the jump. Not that 9 to 5, looking for a fine dip. Songs gon' take me through the slums, yeah. Oh, Corona's got me looking for the jump. Not that 9 to 5, looking for a fine dip. Songs gon' take me through the slums, yeah. This thing that got me indispensable. Oh my, even with that pretty face, and I just wanna rest my case. Lady, would you come my way? It's been crazy, shawty, no one else around me but my burdens. I'm hurting on a daily, calling baby. Vixen with a bag that got a brother feeling hazy. My pride is on the line, so I'm just gonna decline. Cause she thinks she mighty fine, but really she's worth a dime, oh my. And now I'm working overtime, trying to go back to my prime by chasing all the bags to make up for this time. A sharper knife on both sides, my karma's getting queer. Sitting in despair, the bottom mind will never fail. Wrong's got me looking for the jump. Not that 9 to 5, looking for a fine dip. Songs gon' take me through the slums, yeah. Oh, Corona's got me looking for the jump. Not that 9 to 5, looking for a fine dip. Songs gon' take me through the slums, yeah.
That was Blankface. He's playing at Tune Festival in partnership with Radio Wigwam and Jamma on the Wigwam stage. He's also been booked for Peace Express Live on June the 6th. Other artists, Wigwam and Jamma artists, to be confirmed for that, so stay tuned on that. And I think that wraps it up, doesn't it, Christian, for the first show?
Well, almost. We got another track to play first.
Yes, we do.
But also, you mentioned Pizza Express, you mentioned the gigs we do at the Bedford, Camden Club, and more coming. Also HMV.
Yes, so yeah, we forgot to mention our national residency with HMV, where we put artists in store, Jamma Wigwam artists.
But this man here is largely involved.
Dean?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, no, I'll be there at most of them, providing sort of the live sound for the bands and the acts.
How are they going?
They're going really well. They're sort of... it's surprising how many random shoppers will stop and just listen for half an hour when a band's sort of playing.
Well, you'd like to think if they're there to buy music, they're interested, I suppose.
Yeah.
So,
and buying the band's sort of vinyls and CDs while they're there, just supporting the local artists they've got playing.
And that's what's great about these residencies, and we should tag and give a shout out to HMV because one of the things that Wigwam and Jamma are really insisting on is that if artists are playing without a fee, which they are, let's be honest with HMV, that they get some benefit and they can stock CD and vinyl in store and all their marketing on show days and beyond. So it's a great way to actually get some exposure and be able to earn from selling your music with a national brand such as
everyone
HMV.
knows HMV, let's face it. So you've had some acts who are sort of doing tours, basically, including lots of HMV.
Yeah, so we've obviously worked quite closely with Third Lung.
Who?
Yeah. That little local band that we've done many things with. But they're going as far as Glasgow and Edinburgh later in the year.
Manchester.
Yeah, Bath, Swindon, you name
just
it.
goes to show.
Yeah, they've probably will have done 90% of the stores by the end of the year, I reckon.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Off their own backs and selling CD and vinyl in store. Fantastic.
Well, what we got next is another track by Blankface. This one, I believe, is called Monday Morning, and it's an acoustic version.
And I woke up on a Monday morning thinking about you. But then I looked through my text and I saw this pile of shit to do. And I'm like, oh my days, I can't believe I just need to get some sleep. It's 7 a.m. I can't believe I got so much to do. But I'm thinking about you. And now I'm thinking about you on a Monday morning. I'm thinking about you. But I get shit to do, I don't know. I find this boring on my days, on my own. Cause you're the angel in my dreams. And I hope to see you in my bed tonight, girl. I got so much to do. And I'm like, on my days, on my own, thinking about my shawty on the low. Making all this money that will blow. I wanna take you out to Bali, girl, tonight. And we could watch a lot of movies like you like so much to do. And I got my Disney Plus. And now you got me some popcorn too. Got them salted caramel sweets. You looking damn so damn sweet. I can't believe you want me to be your. And I'm thinking about the times we had together. Don't be sad because I'm so far away. Cause I woke up on a Monday morning, but I'm just thinking about you. And I look on my desk, it's kinda jarring. I got so much shit to do. And I'm thinking about you on a Monday morning. Your lipstick kisses in my mind, I'm jarring. I'm missing you, I can't believe it, whoa. I mean it's Monday morning. It's a Monday morning, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a Monday morning. And I hate Mondays, do you too?
So, we've heard a load of great tracks tonight, and we had a great interview with Sam Handy.
Woo! Woo!
You can say
We're
something,
clapping?
Sam. Yeah, absolutely. Let's hear it for Sam, everybody.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
No, you're more than welcome. And good luck for 2023.
Cheers.
And thank you for being here on our very first Wigwam Jam podcast
Landmark.
extravaganza.
Landmark.
You know what? It's been an honor. It's been an honor. And thank you for for supporting me as well. Like,
No,
I
you're
appreciate the
more than
love.
welcome.
Thank
More
you.
than welcome. So that was our very first Wigwam Jam show. Thanks again to Dean of Generation Studio for hosting us.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
And Nathan, and obviously Sam. But Nathan, how can people apply to be on the next Wigwam Jam?
Thanks, Chris. So yeah, that was obviously our launch show together. It's going to be every month, same day every month, 5 artists each time,
Where can they hear the show?
on Radio Wigwam. And also, exclusive on Radio Wigwam, and also on social media, etc. as well. And we're releasing snippets as well. We're actually recording, believe it or not, with cameras as well in here. So look out for a few video clips as well along the way. But if you want to get featured on the next show, the application's already open through the Jamma job board, which is jammamusic.com/jobs. You've got to be a subscribed artist to Jamma and Radio Wigwam. And once you've applied through the job board, you can submit, if you haven't already, your 2 tracks for play on the show through Radio Wigwam. And that's about it, really. But yeah, really excited to see where the show goes.
So get registered on both platforms. Apply on Jamma. You got airplay, and you'll be on the Wigwam Jams, hopefully.
That's it.
Splendid. Well, thank you, everybody, and see you next month.